Bombshell new information being revealed, raising new questions about whether that horrific terror attack on Charlie Hebdo's offices in Paris could have been prevented. It comes after newly released documents recovered at Osama bin Laden's Pakistan compound show the same terror leader who claimed responsibility for that attack is in fact a core al-Qaeda operative and refutes the administration's narrative that core al-Qaeda is merely based in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Bill Roggio is the senior fellow and editor of the Long War Journal, which has been doing an excellent job reporting on all of this. Bill, thank you for being on The Real Story today. What is the real story about these documents?
Thanks, Gretchen. Yes, and the real story about these documents, in my opinion, is that they refute the Obama administration's narrative that al-Qaeda is on the run and has been defeated, and that its core leadership is based in Afghanistan and Pakistan. The time frame of the latest documents that are released are from 2010 up to early 2011, just before bin Laden was killed. And these documents show that bin Laden was no lion and winner, but bin Laden was actively leading the organization. He was working to mitigate the effects of the U.S. drone campaign against al-Qaeda's leadership structure in Afghanistan and Pakistan. He was giving orders, and the orders were being obeyed. He demonstrates links to the Afghan Taliban, close ties to the Afghan Taliban, and other issues that in my opinion, individuals have claimed otherwise with al-Qaeda. They've said...
Well, they said that they were on the run. They said
yes.
That was his campaign speech in 2012. Osama bin Laden is dead and al-Qaeda is on the run. So obviously he knew and saw what was in these documents, no doubt.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, look, we're only looking at a very small sample of documents. Now somewhere around 25 documents or so released out of about 1.5 million pages of documents.
Wow.
I think these documents really should be released, but the ones that they've released, they've been wrongly characterized and intentionally, I think, to support the withdrawal from Iraq and Afghanistan. And I think these documents should be seen. When you look at these honestly, you can see that al-Qaeda is not a group on the run, but it's an ineffective organization.
Well, that's startling that there are that many other documents, and we've only seen 25. Imagine what we might learn. Before I let you run, I got to ask you about the Charlie Hebdo attacks in Paris. Could those attacks have been prevented had these documents been released?
I don't think so. I mean, I think the intelligence community was quite aware of who the top al-Qaeda leaders are in Afghanistan and Pakistan and in Yemen. But what I think could have happened was there would have been a better understanding of the group, and the U.S. could have formulated its policies better had the U.S. really took an honest look at al-Qaeda. And if these documents were released, then the proper analysis could be done in order to stop the administration basically from conducting bad policy with respect to al-Qaeda and other jihadist groups.
Very interesting and startling. Bill Roggio, you've been doing a lot of investigation, and we appreciate you giving us the real story today. Thank you, sir.